to Princess Stories with me, Melodybee. Today, we will be exploring the world of Disney princesses. All you have to do is close your eyes, get cozy, and listen to the sound of my voice. Melodybee will be your guide. This story is brought to you by my best friend, Mrs. Honeybee. Let's begin. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Princess Ariel, Princess Jasmine, Mulan, and Snow White are standing in the doorway of a forest cottage, waving you hello. They are so excited to see you. Glitter floats down from the sky onto the dirt path that leads up to the door. You walk down the forest path, through the trees. Looking to either side, you can see little friendly eyes peeking out from behind the tree trunks and in the bushes. From behind the tree, a baby deer peeks its head out at you. Once it can tell how friendly you are, it gallops up to walk with you. The princesses reach out their arms to greet you with a big hug. They are excited to show you around. Snow White looks off to the side and holds her finger up in the air. The tiniest bluebird flies straight to her and lands on her finger. She brings it down and holds it out to you. It steps onto your shoulder with its tiny feet and sings you a little bluebird song as you walk into the cottage. Snow White has been cleaning all day, which she loves to do, and the cottage looks sparkly and cozy when you walk in. Jasmine runs back out the door and comes back holding 4 dandelions with white puffs at the top where the flower used to be. She hands one to you, one to Mulan, one to Ariel, and keeps one for herself. Then she says, "Let's all make wishes." Take a big breath in through your nose with your Disney princess friends. Feel the cool air coming in through your nose and think of what you want your wish to be. Then, with all of your strength, breathe out through your mouth and blow away the dandelion fluff when you make your wish. Ariel asks Snow White what she wished, but Snow White will not tell because she says then the wish will not come true. Ariel then asks Mulan what she wished for, and Mulan says she is okay saying it out loud because it already came true. Mulan wished for you to be here, spending some time with them. Mulan twirls around in her long yellow dress with a sash around her waist. She wants to change into her princess dress because she feels the most beautiful in that dress. She goes into one of the rooms and comes out wearing a pretty pink, red, and purple gown with long flowing sleeves. She does another twirl to spin her dress around and around. Jasmine and Ariel think that's a good idea, so they both put on their princess gowns too. Ariel comes out of her room with a sparkling teal ball gown with soft, puffy sleeves. She reaches her hand down to grab the train of the gown and pulls it up for a curtsy. Jasmine twirls out of her room in a pretty, pretty light blue gown with glittering gold trim. She puts her arms up like a ballerina and spins around a couple times. Snow White wants to wear her bright yellow, blue, and red gown because that is her favorite. She walks over to get her bluebird friend off your shoulder so you can put on your favorite princess gown. When you go into the princess room, you see a big closet full of every color princess gown you can imagine. You go through each of them hanging in the closet. Feel how soft they are to the touch and decide which you would like to wear. What color is it? Does it flow when you twirl around? Do a couple twirls in your princess gown before your big reveal to the Disney princesses in the other room. When you walk out of the room, they all gasp. You look so beautiful in your gown. Ariel says, "Hold on, we're missing one thing." She opens up a wood box and shows you a golden jewel tiara just for you. She takes it out of the box and places it on your head. Now you are a princess too. Ariel looks longingly out the cottage window and says, "Let's go to the beach." One by one, in your princess gowns, you all step out of the cottage door, back into the forest filled with friendly creatures. Mulan and Jasmine both look off into the distance and whistle. Quietly at first, then getting closer and closer, come 5 galloping horses. Khan, Mulan's black and white horse, and Sahara, Jasmine's light brown horse, come running up to them first. Then Snow White's horse, that is white as snow, trots up to her. All of them hop onto their horses. 2 more come galloping up. Ariel looks a little unsure because last time she rode a horse, it didn't go so well. But she throws her arms around the brown and white spotted horse to hop on. As she does, she hops up too far and nearly falls off the other side of the horse. She giggles and adjusts herself up on the horse. The last horse is for you, because every princess needs her trusted horse. What does yours look like? Your horse has big brown eyes and looks so happy to see you. Throw your arms up and lift yourself up onto your horse, ready for your ride to the beach. Mulan and Jasmine lead the way as expert horseback riders. Snow White trots behind them, and you and Ariel are behind her. Your horse trusts you, so the ride is very smooth and easy. You're up so high that now you can see the birds nesting in the forest trees. They chirp hellos to you and Snow White as you pass by. A butterfly flutters out of the blue sky and follows along with you and your horse. Hold out your hand so the orange butterfly can land on you and say hello. Its tiny butterfly feet tickle when it lands. It says hello, then flutters back off into the blue sky. The sun is shining down on you, warming your skin. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, enjoying this peaceful ride. You look around and see that Ariel has fallen far behind on her horse. She's waving from way back. Mulan suggests patting the horse on the shoulder twice to go faster. Ariel pats the horse's shoulder once, then twice, and instead of speeding up just a little, the spotted horse bolts and passes all 4 of you like a flash. Ariel is way ahead of you now, holding on tight. You can hear her asking her horse to slow down off in the distance. Both her and her lightning-fast horse disappear into the trees. The rest of you pat your horses on the shoulders, and they all gallop together in the direction Ariel went. You get to a thicket of trees and have to slow your horses down to navigate between them. A mama bear with her cub hangs her paw down from the tree branch they're laying on and says that Ariel went that way, pointing further into the forest. You continue along through dense trees. Dried leaves crunch underfoot. A group of bumblebees buzz by and arrange themselves in an arrow, pointing to the direction that they saw Ariel continue along with her wild horse. Finally, you see her walking in her princess gown, without her horse. Jasmine asks what happened to her horse. She giggles and says that she's much better at riding seahorses. Ariel wants to ride with you, since you are an expert horseback rider, like Mulan and Jasmine. She hops up with you, and you all head toward the ocean. The ocean air is warm and salty. Take a big breath in through your nose with your Disney princess friends. Feel the ocean air coming in through your nose and filling your lungs like a big wave crashing along the shore. Then, with all of your strength, breathe all the way out through your mouth, pulling the wave out into the crystal blue ocean. Ariel hops down off your horse, then the rest of the princesses follow her. She is so excited to be at the ocean. She wants to show you around a place she knows very well. Hop down off your horse and sink your toes into the foamy sand. A gentle wave rolls in over the tops of your feet and ankles. The water is warm. The wave rolls back out, and you feel a mist against your skin as you look back to the ocean horizon. It looks like it goes on forever and ever. Jasmine and Ariel are standing beside you. Without hesitating, Ariel dives into the water with a tiny splash and disappears again. Jasmine follows her, then Snow White. Mulan seems to be nervous and isn't jumping in the ocean. Ariel pops her head above the water again and waves you and Mulan to come in. The water is great. Mulan doesn't know how to swim that well and is nervous, so Ariel quickly swims back to you and Mulan and holds both of your hands. She promises the ocean is a fun, friendly place and whisks you both away into the ocean waves. As you glide through the warm water effortlessly, alongside Ariel and Mulan, you feel calm and peaceful. You all swim deep into the ocean, and it's like nothing you've seen before. The coral that form fun jungle gyms are every color of neon. There is a school of bright yellow fish swimming in perfect unison. They all wave their little fins at you when they pass. Ariel swims up to a giant blue whale that's even brighter blue than the crystal clear water and gives it a big hug. Two dolphins dive along either side of you, go far below you until you can hardly see them, then all the way back around and jump high into the air above you. The Disney princesses keep swimming out further and further. Snow White found a shipwreck to explore. She swims out holding a little silver heart locket and hands it to you. She wants you to have it. Jasmine looks around and says that we should start heading back because it will be a long swim. Ariel whistles her own underwater whistle, just like Mulan and Jasmine did, and out come 5 seahorses, ready to give you rides back to shore. Ariel shows you all how to ride a seahorse, and you hop on. She's an expert seahorse rider, and so are you. The seahorse ride back to shore is easy and peaceful. When you get back to shore, a purple magic carpet is waiting for you and the Disney princesses. It waves its golden tassel when it sees you swim up to the shore and walk out of the ocean like 5 princess mermaids. The sun is so bright and so warm that it dries your beautiful gowns instantly. The magic carpet is excited to take you all on a magic carpet ride. It dances circles around you before you all hop on. First Jasmine, then Mulan, Ariel, and Snow White. They're getting themselves comfortable as you put both hands onto the fuzzy floating carpet and hop onto it. As you get comfortable floating, make sure your neck is strong and tall, supporting your head in a comfortable position. Make sure that your shoulders are as far away from your ears as comfortably possible. Jasmine looks at you and says the number 1 rule of magic carpet rides is that you have to be comfortable. Otherwise, the carpet will go wobbly. Get comfy with your princess friends and hold on. The magic carpet zooms off the shore and starts to go high up into the sky. Ariel looks nervous and pats the magic carpet to stay lower to the ground. Jasmine asks Ariel what's wrong, and she whispers that she's kind of afraid of heights. Jasmine reaches over to her to give her a big hug and comfort her. Jasmine says that the magic carpet loves everyone here and will make sure nothing happens while you're up so high. Ariel feels a little bit better, but Jasmine has another idea. Jasmine pushes the magic carpet down so it will glide back down along the tops of the forest trees. Jasmine holds her hand out and gathers a bunch of twigs, leaves, and stray feathers that some birds left behind. She puts all of it together with her back turned to you all. When she turns back around, she has 2 sets of wings, one for Ariel and one for you, in case either of you get nervous. Ariel puts them on and sits up tall, not nearly as nervous. Flap your feathery wings with Ariel in the breeze as the magic carpet takes you high up into the blue sky. You fly higher and higher until the tall forest trees look like tiny specks. The magic carpet loops around puffy white clouds like a roller coaster, and you arrive at a tall mountain peak covered with snow. You fly higher and higher until the tall forest trees look like tiny specks. The magic carpet loops around puffy white clouds like a roller coaster, and you arrive at a tall mountain peak covered with snow. Ariel loves to sing, so as soon as she hops off the magic carpet, she lets out the most beautiful note. She is happy because she finally feels like part of the human world with all of her princess friends around her. Ariel sings another note, and this time you hear it echo and bounce off the surrounding mountains. Jasmine does the same, then Mulan. When it comes to Snow White's turn, she looks nervous again, and she says she doesn't know how to sing. Ariel says that all princesses know how to sing. She looks to you and asks if you want to show Snow White how beautifully princesses sing. If you want, sing a little note for Snow White. Snow White thinks for a moment, then finds her voice like Ariel and sings herself a little note on top of the mountain. It echoes all around. Snow White feels so good about herself. Mulan is a little cold up here. The magic carpet wraps itself in tight and spins around in a quick flurry. When it opens back up, it has 5 fluffy warm coats for each of you to snuggle into. Grab your coat and put it on, so you're warm way up here. Jasmine looks out over the horizon and points way off into the distance. There, she says. I can see my palace. Let's go warm up there. Ariel is still singing on the top of the mountain. The echoes are getting louder and louder. Mulan looks around cautiously. She knows what the beginning of an avalanche looks like, and the echoes from Ariel's beautiful singing must be loosening up the snow. You all quickly hop onto the magic carpet just as the snow starts to slide off the very top of the mountain. You all hold on tight in your warm coats and ride the magic carpet all the way down the mountain like a sled, having so much fun. You go faster and faster as you hold your hand out to touch the powdery snow as you whoosh by. The snow feels cold and soft to the touch. Once you get all the way down, the snow turns into sand, which is just as powdery and soft on your fingertips. You arrive at Jasmine's palace, hop off the magic carpet, and walk in the golden doors. Jasmine's palace is nice and warm, so you can lay your coats down as you walk to a beautiful fountain outside of Jasmine's bedroom. You, Mulan, Ariel, and Snow White sit down at a table next to the fountain. The sound of trickling water is soothing. A tea kettle whistles from inside. Jasmine emerges from her palace, carrying a tray with 5 teacups, a teapot, and little spoons and plates. She says, "Some tea will warm us back up." She sets the tray down on the table, and everyone reaches to grab your teacups. What does yours look like? Focus on what your teacup looks like while Jasmine pours the tea. You grab the cup with both hands and hold it in close to your face. The steam wraps around you like a blanket. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. The tea smells flowery and sweet. When you cannot take in any more air, breathe all the way out through your mouth to cool off the tea a little bit, so it's the perfect temperature for you to take your first sip. Mulan goes to take her first sip of tea and spills it all over the table. She giggles and says, "Whoops." The princesses all smile, and Snow White perks up. She says that to have a proper princess tea party, you have to be very gentle, like you are holding a baby bird. Snow White picks up her teacup gingerly, lifts it up to her lips, and takes a sip with her pinky up in the air. She says that's how princesses drink their tea. Mulan tries again. She gently picks up the teacup, holds her pinky up high in the air, and takes a perfect princess sip. You sit back and relax, enjoying the rest of your fancy princess tea party. Before you leave Jasmine's palace, she wants to give you all something. She presents 4 golden lamps and sets them next to your teacups. Jasmine says that the best part of being a princess is to have all of your wishes come true. So she wants to give each of her princess friends their very own magic lamp with a genie inside. You can use your wish for anything and carry it with you always. Mulan quickly picks hers up and says, I know exactly what I'm going to wish for. You grab yours and tuck it into your gown until you want to use it. Then Mulan stands up and rubs the magic lamp and says, I want to show all of my princess friends where I'm from. She rubs the lamp a little more, and a flurry of glitter surrounds you and the rest of the princesses. You blink your eyes, and when you open them back up, you are surrounded by a quiet, tranquil garden with a cherry blossom in full bloom. All of the princesses run over to the tree to see it up close, and Mulan picks 5 pink blossoms. She places a blossom behind each of your ears so you all match. Then she says, I want to show you one more thing. Mulan runs up to her family's temple and comes back holding bows and arrows. Ariel and Snow White are shocked, but Jasmine is excited to try to use it. Mulan hands each of you a bow and arrow. She says that when she was training in the Imperial Army, one of her favorite parts was learning how to use a bow and arrow. She walks up to the cherry blossom tree and carves a big heart shape on it. You and the rest of the princesses all line up in your beautiful gowns, and Mulan asks you each to aim for a different point on the heart shape carved into the tree. You all take a big breath in through your noses as you pull the arrow back, 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 as far as you can. When you cannot take in any more air or pull the arrow back any further, release the arrow and your breath all the way out through your mouth. Each of the 5 arrows meets a point on the heart, and together your arrows all form a heart shape. Ariel leans over to Snow White and whispers something. They want to put their wishes together into one big wish. They both start rubbing little circles into the sides of their lamps, and they wish to have the most elegant princess castle in the clouds, surrounded by stars. Glitter starts to fill the space around you in Mulan's garden, and with the blink of an eye, you are up in the clouds. Ariel says, I wish this castle in the clouds had 3 stories and was full of dinglehoppers and other fun human world trinkets. A 3-story stone castle appears among the clouds. You can hear the forks and trinkets clanging about inside. Jasmine grabs her lamp and wishes that her part of the castle was completely made of clouds and stars. One part of the castle is now completely made out of clouds, and twinkling stars shine out of the windows. Snow White grabs your hand, and you all run into your magic princess castle in the clouds. Do you want to use your wish to add something to the princess castle? The Disney princesses will love whatever you want to add. Jasmine gets a running head start and jumps onto her big puffy cloud bed with a poof. Everyone is gathered in the castle, and Ariel looks at Jasmine. She says, Jasmine, we all learned something today. I learned how to ride a horse and to not be afraid of heights. Snow White learned to have the confidence to sing from the top of the mountain. Mulan learned how to have a fancy tea party. Did you learn anything? Jasmine thinks for a moment and leans in to give you all a big hug. Then she says that she has been stuck in that palace for her whole life. All of you, she learned how great it is to have the best princess friends who love you and care about you. You and the Disney princesses enjoy the rest of the night in your magic cloud castle, feeling loved and beautiful. Always remember, Melodybee believes in you. You are special and you are loved. I can't wait to see you again.